So I'm just in the bath, which is because it's really good with steam and it helps to relax you. And I've got a big essay due tomorrow. It's like 2,000 words, I haven't started it, which tells you a lot about how interested I am in that business course. But anyway, what I wanted to say is I had the appointment with the dentist and the osteopath at the same time. It's a holistic dentist and then an osteopath, which focuses on like the tongue, the jaw and all that kind of stuff. So it was really interesting because I was going in there expecting my fixed retainer to be taken off the back of my top and bottom teeth, and then get the mold for this device, this ALF device, to be put in, which is going to make this whole area a lot bigger. But what happened instead is that the osteopath, and I was meeting him for the first time because they basically work together, but the first time I went there, it was just the dentist. And what he said, he was getting me to do all these, tongue things, like put my tongue in a certain position, like I try to get it right up and then try to stick it all the way out and all these kind of things and try to do it as wide as I could. And then he basically stuck his fingers with gloves on, obviously, really deep down my tongues into what I think he referred to as like the fascia of the tongue, like right deep in there. And it was really quite like almost painful when he was doing that. And he basically was able to release a bit of tension there. And then he asked me to sing, and it was a lot easier than it was previously. And he basically said, look, your tongue is basically at a flexibility level of say 2 out of 10. And we can get it to a 9 out of 10. But these are the steps that you've got to follow. He said, I've got to do 6 to 8 weeks of face gym, which is like a training program that he's designed. And again, it's like he's designed it, so yes, he's getting money for it, but it's got to do something, I suppose. So he said do face gym, which is where you do all these kind of tongue exercises and that. I imagine you're stretching your face and all that stuff. I'm going to be purchasing that tomorrow and doing it online 6 to 8 weeks. And then do like this tongue surgery. Now, it's the first time hearing of it, but apparently this fascia bit, you can actually get that kind of lasered down. So on the sides, he said, if you get it, he said for me specifically, I've got it really thick down there. And he said you can, and it's probably genetic, he was saying. So you can basically, get the sides like shaved so that the tongue can raise a lot easier and be a lot more flexible. So if I do, say, all these tongue exercises, and you actually get rejected for surgery if you haven't done the exercises in the weeks leading up to it. He said do these for 6 to 8 weeks and then do a surgery at the end of it. And that should dramatically improve your vocal resonance because you'll be able to get the sound into the pharynx a lot easier. And he basically said, like, for most people, he wouldn't recommend going to see this, person who's going to sort out the tongue, who's actually going to do the laser thing. But he said, in my case, if I'm trying to be a singer, then he would recommend 100% doing that because that will enable the tongue to get out of the way and then I can get the resonance to work properly. And then after that, then take the fixed retainer off and get that like an ALF thing inserted. So effectively, I should be a machine after this whole thing. But yeah, I just thought it was really interesting because, again, it's like I hadn't come across the idea of getting your tongue lasered. Not even crossed my mind as an idea. So yeah, super interesting suggestion. What do you guys think of that? Is that something you've heard of? Is that a wise idea? To have someone like cutting bits in your tongue. I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things I'm definitely prepared to do it, and I probably will be doing it. And the other thing is the lady he's referring me to, and I tried to book it in today, she had a waiting list, which enables me to see her on the 30th of April next year, which is obviously way too far away. But this guy who I saw, and he was saying, look, I know her personally, so I might be able to get you in a lot sooner. So, hopefully if I get an appointment in, possibly next month would be incredible. If not by the end of the year. And then I can have enough time to do that face gym stuff, as I was saying, and then do the consultation and then do a surgery after that. And it's not like a general anesthetic. I've had that twice in my nose operations, but it's like a localized anesthetic, so you're in the chair and then they just numb that area and then do it. But yeah, super interesting stuff. But yeah, that should make a huge difference to singing because it's like I can do mixed voice, but it's like super difficult. And as you know on this channel, it's like I have to be super relaxed, and then my tongue is freer, and then I can, you know, do mixed voice properly. But yeah, anyway, that's what my thing's gonna be for the next 8 weeks or so, 6-8 weeks. And I've been doing like, I started off with acid reflux, like doing it as many days as possible and see if I get rid of reflux that way. Then I was doing PPIs for 8 weeks now at least. And I think this could be the next one, because specifically looking at tongue exercise, I mean, there probably are people who do this, but I've not come across someone myself who does like, you know, 6-8 weeks of tongue exercises, like day 1 to all the way through to day, was it like 56? So it'd be interesting to see, I think. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, and yeah, I hope you guys find it interesting. But yeah, that's it for now. Speak to you all a bit later.